Oh, what is up? Right, we're back. It's Friday. All right, multi-stream stuff going, I think. Should be all working. All right, cool. Well, as the title says, and as you can see behind me, uh, a new office layout. We're working on that all day. Got some new lights. It's cool new lights for the desk. Really helpful to upgrade those because the ones I was using, they didn't have a lot of control over. They were just like when they're on, they're on. Um, and they would kind of like blow the picture out sometimes. So these are really cool because not only do I have control over how bright they are, they're diffused a little bit better. That's why there's not as much light blue coming out. And I can change the color temperature of the light depending. So that's sometimes helpful. So that should lead to an overall better picture, better lighting for painting on stream here. And everything's just a little bit more convenient. It's all thought out and set up. We got a better organization for the desk. And I was in the middle of getting all of my paint set back up. We'll be working on some more Votann stuff. So organizers going. So these are just some like really cheapo plastic totes. Got them at I think IKEA. And they're great for paint bottles. I think I am going to go ahead and break down and get some like paint racks and bottle holder racks. But for the time being, I need to take this old paint filler bottles. Organize this a little bit better. They're also great because like I kind of just like grab paints on stuff. I don't really like pre-plan too much on projects. Just kind of hunt for the colors that I think of while we're actually painting. So reorganizing these is going to be great because now I can have like, okay, one is going to just be like all of these like little bottles of AK acrylics that I have, and I can put stuff like Army Painter in there and just like separate those. So that way I don't have to go like hunting all over creation if I want a specific color. And the other thing is that like I need to get some paints. I kind of like having my paints like right in front of me, easily accessible where I can see them. That's good and bad. Good in that like I don't have to go hunting for stuff and it's always like right at my fingertips. Bad because I just eventually have like a sea of paint bottles in front of me. Oh, next level painting coming in with a raid. What's up, everybody? And the last little bit of organization here. Oh, what's up, Kenny? Yeah, so see, I've got like all my AK paints in this one tote, so that's like really easy to find. Just hunting through our box here to make sure I didn't miss any. Over here. start. Show pro grills in here. And I'll just like grab ones that I know I'm gonna need today. Like need those. It's a short-term solution. 8 racks is definitely the way. I need that. Don't think. That's it. Mainly, I need to get in the habit of like, okay, I'm done with these paints, put them back in the totes. It's my biggest bad habit, is I'll just like, I'll pull them out and then have them sit in front of me. And after a couple of paint sessions, I just have my paint out in front of me instead of in the totes. Brent, replay. Recoil. What's up, man? How do these hold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 or so? That's not bad. Yeah, dude. Gotta have some good organization. Well, and also, like, you can see, like, the whole room layout is all different. And the desk layout is completely different. So before, I just had, like... This was just a sea of paint bottles. And this desk was actually against the other wall. Which is why I didn't have much of a backdrop. So now that I was actually able to get organized, I could have my nice, like, foam and better lighting and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, I've been working on that, like, all day. So, rather go on stream on time. Then you guys get a little peek behind the curtain. All this works. Then be late. Yeah. Back. I mean, it serves two purposes, right? So it's going to dampen the sound for, you know, echo, wild noise, and then also it just looks good compared to like the cheapo foam that I had up there before. And my buddy, who runs a laser cutting business, is making a really cool sign. It's like it's my Jack Club's logo, my business logo, as layered translucent acrylic with LEDs behind it, and so that is going to hang right here. Yeah, like right here. So it'll always be in frame. It's not done yet. So as soon as that gets made, be good to go. Get it put up. Too many bottles is right. I'm out of totes. I still have a bunch of paint in the fucking box. These. I need to go through all of my little organizer thingies that I have over here. And I see I have these three. They're great, it's super useful, but over time stuff accumulates, and every so often I need to go in and clean those out, reorganize them. bought some shelves. They're gonna sit kind of behind me for putting some of my like painting awards and trophies up there. Still got all my like the cool 40K Joy Toy figures that used to be displayed at my old place. That'll be a good place for them. I have a bunch of Generation 1 Pro acrylics, probably not be good anymore. I'll just throw those out. I would never have any towel memorabilia in my office. You know, a lot of people hate on Tau. It's funny because like I don't hate on Tau for like their rules or their lore or anything. Some of that stuff is kind of cool. I just think their models are really fucking ugly and poorly designed. So sit right there. Then I need. Oh, I guess I don't need any of this stuff. Not a sisters again either. Sisters I do hate because of their rules. I think their rules are like not gonna sit under. For the time being, I'll just is like over to the side. Future not a problem. Literally, no, it wasn't a bucket. It was a milk crate. We had a genuine stolen Ohio milk crate right here. Super handy. Whew. All right. So today, I'm going to try to focus on seeing if I can wrap up Hearthguard. Get these guys done so I can work on the other squads. Still got a bunch of time. I have to have these guys ready until next weekend. At 10, 2, 4. Close that. So I've only got a handful more stuff to do on these guys. Because I have a bunch of bases with party paint. Models don't, we can just crack them off of those bases. I don't really talk about these enough, but blue shop valves, game changer for paint desk. I've been using them for years. Mostly because they're a lot tougher and longer lasting than regular paper towels. And you're not going to get those paper towel stringies fibers coming off of them, getting all over your desk and your models and whatnot. JR, come on, what's going on, dude? Shirtless Custodes poster. I don't know, maybe. Oh yeah, I've heard those are tight. These ones that I use for streaming are also pretty cool. Sennheiser. But they're not like wireless, right? I'm kind of that same way, dude. Like my hearing is not great, and I also like to be courteous neighbor. And so when I'm out in the living room watching TV or playing video games or whatever, like I just wear headphones. So that way I don't have to have things so loud, and it doesn't bother anybody. But I just have like my gaming headset for that. Ah, cool. Back of that. Anything else that I need? So, got our paints for our metal. Need a gray. Boom, like that. I'm gonna need a bronze. That's dark bronze. It's too dark. Regular, just bronze. Dark bronze, just the no. Here we go, bronze tight, and a little gold. Or that's copper. Maybe copper. We'll do copper. Be a flesh tone. What's this? It's dark finish. Might need that. I kind of like that new paint that Monument put out called, I think it's called like Advanced Flesh Tone. And real killer. Try to think Yeah, it's literally just like the bronze inlay, the metallics, and their heads. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jock side. Found this. So now I'm on the hunt for. Oh, that's true. Shadow Fetch. God dang it. Yeah, there we go. Advanced question. Alright. Keep me honest. Get into the stream, scream at me to put my paints away. I'm not wearing cat ears. Okay. So, they have these little details. So all the guys, well, I guess all of them you can see. So they have these little like tube details right there. I want those to be metal. So I think I'm just gonna do our blue space metal first. So that way I don't have to worry about my brush banging into their heads when I'm painting those. And then we'll probably just do all the metallics and then go paint their faces last. Yeah, these are the secondhand guys. So first the stuff we've done on stream was our fixing of everything with the repaint, and then we did a tutorial on decals. So we got these really nice looking decals on there, nice and smooth. Then we did some paint chipping. So we've got to do like their gunmetal for all that stuff. We've got to hit all of these little bronze rune inlays, and we've got to paint their faces. We're basically done. Doing a mixture of silver, gray, and dark gray blue. Let's see what that looks like. Just mix that up. And this stuff covers great. Creates a really nice clean blue steel color that I can just have really thin, and it covers great. Be careful not to paint his little trigger finger. And just to make sure everything's fine, like we did tear everything down and have to hook it all back up again. So if the stream audio is out of whack, like let me know. Like if music's too loud or maybe my voice is too soft, I can fiddle with those settings. All my readouts on OBS seem fine, but you never know. It's always good to have feedback. Oh yeah, I still gotta put a wash on these guys. Paint all this stuff in and then do a wash. Then we're done. Yep. Okay, 'cause I don't want the music too loud. It needs to be like ambient. Let's see. Bring this a little closer in. Yeah, that'll be fine. Sun's starting to go down here, so I gotta be a little conscious of adjusting my lighting as that happens. Just gonna rinse my brush out. Whenever you're doing a lot of batch painting and stuff like that, you want to be careful. Not letting any paint dry up in your brush. Actually, speaking of drying out, I'm gonna turn that fan off. It's blowing right onto my my paint palette. Gravity's a theory. Thanks for the follow. good. Get our grenade launcher here. Day 15 games, what's up, dude? Day 15 was here earlier helping me put all this stuff up, being a real buddy. Does that look? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. See if I can get these details without having to switch to a smaller brush. Nice. Okay, I think that's all we need to do for that. Cool. These little Volkite pistols, really easy to paint. I think if I had put these together, I would probably not have built these like tubes, cables. Just cut all the fittings flush, clean. Not a fan of these details. Not really feeling the song either. Go to the next one. Sometimes being able to have real music live streaming is a real drag. Kind of just like get what you get. G15 might know this actually. You know of is there like a music service that I can just pay a subscription to? Just like have some tight music. I think that's the only way to truly get around the like the music algos, because I mean like this is NCS, was so supposed to be no copyright, but my live stream on Tuesday got dinged on YouTube. What's the point if it's not actually copyright free? Then like why is your company called No Copyright Sound? Yeah, dude. I gotta figure that shit out. Maybe Kenny knows. hasn't really been something that I thought of until I started doing Restream, because it's like always been fine for Twitch. But I guess maybe like the Twitch music algos are not as hardcore. And I'm just like, dude, I don't even monetize the streams on YouTube, right? Like that's not a monetized video, so it shouldn't matter. But I care apparently. Maybe it's just because like now YouTube has that stuff built in for streaming where people can donate money to you. They added that a couple years back. So they're just like, I guess because they can't prove whether or not you do or don't make money. Still dumb. Bro, we've been over this. We're not doing that. Yeah, I mean, like for sure, right? Like musicians deserve to get paid for their money or paid for their work or whatever. It's just like, if it's like a monetized YouTube video, or it's like being featured in like a TV show or a movie, I'm sure. I would concede the point as well that like, you know, Twitch and YouTube have like integrations to track like all transactional things on their platform, right? Like all that's like integrated. So I'm like, why can't it just be like, if you can't, if there's no transactions happening, why should it matter, right? Especially when like YouTube lets people like re-upload other content under fair use. Like there are entire channels that are like they're just like shorts channels, and basically all TikTok and Instagram reels and shorts are mostly just people ripping off other people to try to cash in on, you know, like meme of the week videos. I'm like, that is the most like tenuous, like fair use kind of stuff. Like, I don't even know if I would classify it under that most of the time. And I'm like, you can monetize those. Well, that's what I usually do on Twitch. Is I would just like listen to whatever I was, feeling, right? It's like some tight music. And it's fine because like my videos on Twitch don't get in trouble for that. But now that I'm like multi-streaming to YouTube, it's a problem. Do I have a recipe for the orange color? Yeah. I don't know if I have it in like video form. But it's just burnt orange. And then you mix in some regular orange, and then you mix in some golden brown. Oh, what's up, Rottweiler? How's it going, dude? Yeah, the other issue I have with the no copyright stuff is it's all very all of it's like electronic or like very electronic heavy like pop style, which is fine. It's just like that's generally kind of like not my type of music. Like I just have it on because I can turn it down enough to be ambient and not really focus on it. Um, and because it's from the no copyright channel. And I'm just like, man, sometimes I just wish that I didn't have to listen to only that shit. But nobody makes like actual, I'm not gonna say real music because like this is real music, but this is very like one person with a piece of software kind of stuff. Not like, because most other types of music you need like a band, you need instruments and shit. Like you're not getting any heavy metal on no copyright stuff, right? You're not getting any like punk rock, not getting any outlaw country, not getting any jazz, or blues. These little details here. Huh. No, we didn't have any skip frames or anything. It's probably you're in. Yeah, I might be able to find some like no copyright jazz or something. I'll have to look. I was kind of like today's been hectic. It's been a hectic day. I was like setting everything up for the stream on short notice because I've been getting all this going. Next week should be tight. Could be streaming Friday. It's Friday the 18th or the 19th. Pretty sure SoCal Open is next week. Yeah, it's a Saturday, Sunday, so I'll be back on. So next week on Tuesday and then Friday we'll be streaming again. I'm gonna need the stream time because I get this army finished. I mean, we're gonna finish these guys today. So once I have these guys finished, I've got about a halfway painted land fort that needs to get done, a halfway painted Sagittar that needs to get done, and then the Jaegers and the Berserks. So like not a whole lot left. We're getting pretty close to the finish line here. After this dude, I'm gonna go turn my AC down. This room actually heats up pretty fast with the lights on if I don't have the fan going. This guy, yeah, this guy's the halfway point. Turn the fan on. But it'll take a few minutes to see if we can do something about the music as well. Yeah, so the main event at SoCal Open is now an 8-man team tournament. Let's try this like more chill music. This is their chill playlist. Yeah, saw that too. I'm not sure why. I haven't talked to haven't talked to kickers since Champs Cup. Excited to get this stuff done because I have a lot of stuff for Votann painted. So like once I get this painted up, like this remainder stuff done, then I probably won't ever have to mess but with like one unit at a time for changes. And so, you know, so like rules cutoff has already happened for SoCal Open, and so like supposedly we're not getting the points update until like the 17th. Word on the street. We'll see. So I don't have to worry about changing my list till next month, or when I go up to BolterCon in Ohio. And I can finally focus on some of the cool stuff I've been wanting to do for stream content. Some dope models. Like November is going to be a big month for like fun painting projects because the Halo miniatures game is going to come out, and I'm super excited for that. Well, Kicker also moved to Utah. Little tubes. Hate these tubes. Yeah, I mean, like, Utah's cool. Salt Lake City area is nice. Definitely more affordable than a lot of places. Be interested to see what happens. The housing market after the elections. preferably, like, like my plan when I moved out here was that like I was gonna start seriously looking for something permanent, and hopefully I'd only ever have to do like a single renting lease. So best case scenario is I find something tight before the lease is up on this place in April. And I mean, if I have to re-up it, that's fine. This apartment's really great for me. But having a house would definitely be cheaper. Yeah, I mean, New Orleans is tight. I'm so sad that they only ever had that one tournament there, because that was like legitimately one of the funnest like tournaments and like tournament hangout with the bros that I've ever had. Dope. And they only did it one time. I don't think they sold enough tickets. I think they got kind of washed on the event fees and stuff. Oh, for sure, dude. I can imagine. It's just crazy because like the hotel was like really affordable, and the guys were staying at a Airbnb, and like the Airbnb was like converted off of like an old office building that was like a block away, and like honestly it seemed pretty cool. Like and like the food was fantastic, and being able to be like, yo, Bourbon Street's like 2 blocks away, man, let's go. That shit was tight. I mean, the town is filthy and disgusting, and I would never live there. But it was fun to party in. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, we didn't go too deep um because the restaurant we were going to was not a very far walk, but yeah. It's I was like, this is gross, but we're gonna go to this Dope restaurant. Food was insane. Open out. What I'm hoping is that I won't have to paint too much extra stuff for the Votann between now and our November events. We've got Cali Cup and BolterCon in the same month. And also, it's just like, I'd like to be able to slow down a little bit. Focus on some painting for fun kind of stuff. And like, the new MechWarrior game is coming out next weekend. Stoked for that, dude. The Flake Senpai, thanks for that follow. So what's like, why is that cool? What's Game Pass? Ooze Control, thanks for that follow. Oh, okay. Do those games ever get taken away? Or do you just, if something gets added to Game Pass, it's added forever? And what happens They shut down Game Pass. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't buy a lot of the games to begin with. Like, typically, if it's a game I'm excited for, I just buy it. But if you're gaming all the time or you have like kids, I can see that being a good investment. Very frugal. Anyways, mega excited for that game. Definitely a MechWarrior fanboy. What more we gotta do this too? I think the brass will go way faster because it's just the little rune things. You can just kind of like drop it in there. Painting tubes sucks, I hate it. But gotta get done. Well, MechWarrior 5 itself was actually a really good game. I think it got a little too much flack, and people had some unrealistic expectations with it. But like, actually a dope game. This one being closer to like MechWarrior 4, like back in those days, I'm definitely not complaining though. That shit is so cool. It's one of those games I'm like, dude, if anything needs a remaster, like remake these days, it should be like the old Mech Warriors. Like, give us back Mech Warrior 3 and 4. And like really, Mech Warrior 4, like graphically, not even that bad. I mean, it's obviously very, very simple from the time it was made, but like you can, if you like feel like going through the whole like process of getting it to work on a Windows, like modern Windows OS, it's such a fun game just to go back and play. Like, I love that game. It's just the problem is like it's so hard to get it to run now. I think I could run it on this computer because I haven't upgraded to the new Windows. Whatever it is now, I don't know. Is it Windows 11 or some shit? But this one hasn't been upgraded to that OS. So I can make it work. Just takes a while. There's a lot of troubleshooting you have to do. I don't know if you can do it on the new Windows. It all depends on like what your operating system is. There's forums and guides to do that kind of stuff because like a lot of games from those years are like abandonware, and so like you can just it's like legal to just download it from those forums for free, like trade the game files and stuff. Um, and that's what I did, and but it's just like you have to like figure out a lot of stuff, and they'll have these like mod injector programs you have to run at the same time because it's like it's part of that what's it called, like engineered obsolescence with like your graphics cards and stuff. And sometimes the OS is like, I don't understand this code, this doesn't make sense. And then you have to have the mod program go in and be like, no, idiot, of course you do. You know exactly how to run this. You're just not doing it because the corpos told you not to. And then the program is like, ah, yeah, you're right. And then you just played, yeah, you play MechWarrior 4. But getting all that going is a learning curve. Yeah, dude, and you can get like the whole ass game, like all of the expansion. Dude, remember when like expansions for games were basically a sequel to the game. And you just like bought a whole new set of discs and shit. MechWarrior 4 is like that. And then you can just get all of it for free because it's all abandonware. You know, that was back when they were still doing man, what's the term for them? Like all the cutscenes were like pre-rendered, but they only CGI'd like the environments and the mechs, and then like you had real people on like, you know, like they recorded real footage of people doing like voice lines and shit. You know, like back in Command and Conquer and stuff. Remember the opening cinematic for MechWarrior 4 was so fucking cool. One of the coolest ever. Yeah, there's a term for it. I just drawn a blank on what it's actually called. Right. Last dude for this step. Get to switch to some easier stuff. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it did. Been here painting steel on these dudes and yapping for an hour and a half already. We'll go a little bit longer, just so I can get some work knocked out on these guys. Oh yeah, dude, the battle pots. I remember those. Those were like all over the country, dude. Um, Last year at Adepticon, there's a group of people. Yeah, for the life of me, can't remember where they're from, but it's, you know, it's like the Midwest area. Um, and that's like their thing is they bought some battle pods and restored them, got them working and running the program, and they just like take them around to events and stuff, and you can just like play some rounds in the battle pods, and they're networked like back in the day. It's all like LAN networked. Yeah, no tubes except for these. Yeah, I think the battle pods ran a version of MechWarrior 3. Oh. Yeah, there's a couple of companies that do it. Like I remember there was a place in Houston um that is like a retro arcade. That's like their business model. And then they offer the service to they I think they have like 4 battle pods that are they refurbed. And so like they offer as a service like rent the battle pods for like an event and they'll like truck them out to you. I don't I don't know if they do anything outside the state, but I've heard of that model. A couple of companies do that. I mean, arcades in general are just like not much of a thing anymore, which is sad. Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna mix this copper and bronze 50-50. Not gonna do too much, but it will brighten up that bronze a teensy bit. Little more thin. I want this to kind of just like flow into. I think that's all the ones on the front. It's definitely going a lot faster. Just gonna let the capillary action of the brush do all the work for me. Can't be too fast, can't be too sloppy with it. Get step knocked out. I think that's good for the night. Later, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Squad leader is gonna take a little bit more time. Got some stuff going on. Gosh. Yeah, I think there's a few companies still holding out that stuff. Never know until you look. Maybe look up online to see if there's somebody in your area. If I remember right, the problem that they were running into was like parts. I think at this point it's almost like, you know, restoring a really old car. It's like, well, the side panels rotted out, and turns out GM stopped making parts for this like 20 years ago. So we're just gonna have to make that shit ourselves to figure it out. Especially because I'm pretty sure all those pods were fiberglass. You know, and it's like when fiberglass gets fucked up, unless it's really small, like a really small crack or something, like it's kind of donezo. You gotta like recast it, or not cast it, but you gotta like remake the whole panel. This guy, and then one more, and we're done.
Pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
All right, well, we got her done. Painting in all that steel color really took a lot longer than I anticipated. But we're getting there. So I mean, like, this guy, pretty much there, right? We're just gonna put a wash on it, maybe do a little bit of cleanup, paint his visor, and he's done. These guys, I had to paint their heads, right? So for these guys, paint their heads, do a little cleanup, put a wash on it, done. So we're almost there. Just painting in all that steel color took a lot longer than I thought it would. All right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be a smart boy and put my paint away before shutting down the desk. Warm, good, happy. All right, time for me to get out of here. Let's go ahead and find somebody to raid. Who's painting stuff? Oh, Useless Wizard's on. Let's raid him. Always fun. All right. So, if you're on YouTube, stream's just going to end. But if you want to keep watching dope painting content, head over to Twitch. That's where all the fun happens. Everybody else, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back on Tuesday at our normal time. These guys will probably be done. I'll make sure to show them off on stream when we get there. But probably going to be working on either the Jaegers or the Berserks. I got to get all this stuff done for SoCal Open next week. So we got time. We just gotta keep working. So I'm gonna set up this raid, get on out of here. See you next time.